Feels at the hottest. Sarah Leonia Suna Kusho. We all are one, make we live together. Without peace, we don't go before. Like you never know the palava. This salon, I know what we get. For the sake of the beginning, let me make salon. What do you not do for Mama Salon? When they say water, you say from front to back. And inside you they give peace a chance. Let me make salon. Anything you do, give peace a chance. Let me make salon. And inside you go, give peace a chance. Let me make salon. Salon man, how you they do? Salon woman, do ya push out? This is the time for let me make the country. Government property, not on land, you know. Not on the streets, not in the office. Waiting up for we, not on land, you know. Very next salon, where we put them first. Live at peace inside salon. When they say water, you say fuck run you back. And inside you they give peace a chance. Let me make salon. Anything you do, give peace a chance. Let me make salon. And inside you go, give peace a chance. Let me make salon. Surround your ears when I listen to me. Surround your ears when I listen well. Learn some lessons and get some blessings. Stop the playing game that we make salon. This say another one, that one they say na this. Election time, not to time for feds. Make salon, not well this country. If we live in peace, salon go before. When they say water, you say fuck run you back. And inside you they give peace a chance. Let me make salon. Anything you do, give peace a chance. Let me make salon. And inside you go, give peace a chance. Let me make salon. Before that, how would I do? Bakaya, una kushe. For make salon, make we live in peace. If we make salon, let them go there for we. No place like home, no place like salon. Green, white, and blue, make we raise them all. Let me make salon, let me not wear salon. And that we love our Sierra Leone. When they say water, you say fuck run you back. And inside you they give peace a chance. Let me make salon. Anything you do, give peace a chance.
Good evening, Sierra Leone. Good evening, compatriot of the All People's Congress. Wherever you be at the world, this is the program Building New Hope. Today again, we will discuss um, on the Dr. Mara leadership that we want. What our country need is a Dr. Kaifala MARAH leadership. So today we will discuss that, and hopefully we will go into details for explain again what we mean by the Dr. Kaifala MARAH leadership. So this na the program Building New Hope. Today na um, Saturday the 18th of October 2025. And me now na comrade um, Ibrahim Super Kamara, and at the broadcast from Freetown. So we discussed the Dr. Kaifala MARAH leadership we want. Last week we throw light on so many issues related for do with the economy, and then I one strength way Dr. MARAH gets way will take away from her. And today we will look at other areas. When we talk about the Dr. MARAH leadership, we will talk about a whole lot of issues, and I'm not sure time will permit me for deal with all of that. But before we go details to the Dr. MARAH leadership we want, I want for draw family their attention to a few things that we all aware that the SLPP government of President Julius Maada Bio, and they do everything now in their power for we go to a state wherein we get a government of national unity. This government of national unity, according to this proposal where the president they put forward at the table, is for effect at any time soon, based on the approval of government of parliament. And so far, you and I know that the parliament we get not a parliament where anybody came proud of. Why they say that? Now the fact that the APC not get the number, and even if they get the number, a whole lot of members of parliament and then at the APC way, can boycott whatever that they put forward at the table. A case in point now Honorable Johnson Kogoton and then Honorable Mohammed Bangura. There we two, members of parliament there go against the All People's Congress and then ensure that they go to parliament and take the oath, even when the APC executive and the leadership states say nobody going to go to parliament and nobody going to subscribe to the oath. So they act on their own. They say they're not under any other party, any party. That is how me understand them. So now that the SLPP they put forward this, we all can recall that in 2018, the kind way the APC been entrenched, the kind way the APC been strong, the kind way the people been want the APC, the kind way the people vote, it go difficult for somebody believe say that election in 2018 we lost. This I'm not talking about 2023. I dey talk about 2018. Well, we recall is as if that the thinking that leadership now by 10 years is as if not true. We don't know the one that we signed the peace, but it appears as if the peace accord agreement focus on that say one party not for rule for more than 2 terms. Why they bring this up? Now because we see with all the popularity of um, SLPP in 2007, they lost to Dr. Anes by Koroma. Even though Dr. Anes by Koroma was extremely popular, but the confidence with the SLPP will get to the extent then candidate, the flag bearer aspirant at the time, the late Solomon Berera, he said, I let now two people vote for I the win. That was how this man may get confidence. And confidence level been there at a higher, way, a higher cadre in a way. So 2007 Upule, with all how the APC been popular in 2018, nobody was expecting that we will lose. Even when we get majority in the parliament, nobody know they expect say. And in fact, that majority we get in the parliament hmm, was clearly an indication say there was no way the APC would lost that election. But because now a regime change after 10 years, I suspect that that was the reason why the SLP kind of power, even though the APC won. Now we are approaching 2028. 2023, we all know saying our election where it gets a whole lot of controversies. So now you no can ever discuss. Because for me, um, I feel like the fact that I was in the field, mobilizing people and for go votes, I also ensure say I go to line from 4 o'clock in the morning and no commodity. The following day 4 o'clock when I get me RRI forms and go left and I will party with district Charlie Center. So I'm not happy that the election go ahead go in 2023. So that is why I'm not discussing. But 2028, I suspect the SLP don't suspect say then they go. So because they don't suspect say then they go, and this is very clear. If we go by the 10-10 year arrangement, definitely then they go. And me believe say the 10-10 year arrangement is their life. But the SLPP don't suspect that then they go. Now then they put forward a power sharing arrangement. Why? The suffer when the APC people and suffer. The suffer where so many of we then put in our jobs. So many of we then disadvantage we because of power shift. They no one let you call. So I suspect that when they put this forward for let we get a power sharing. Hmm? I mean arrangement wherein it will just happen like how the parliamentary system will be adopt. How it did when now by percentage and then you have so many people now we don't get somebody we don't let we just get from that list and then somebody can cover up that day. So not a constituency base, not to constituency base anymore. So they want that same arrangement for government. Why they want that? They want that because they know say if they not get that for the next 10 years it will be disastrous for them. And now they are so determined to put this forward. Somebody tell me say this clearly now an indication say the SLPP no one left in 2028. They no hand over power at all. They're not saying that they turn for handover power, but they no one for handover power. So they are bringing all these kind of ideas. Say, Lord, we go into power sharing. We are in if they win, or if we win, we'll get president and now they know dispute about them. President and the vice no dispute about them. But when it comes to um, um, I mean arrangements for government positions, for ministerial positions, for parastatal positions, then we can share. That is what they are pushing forward for. Because they don't smell the rat say 2028 they are going. And then they push this forward. If he fail, I am sure they know one for another power. His Excellency the President don't make them very clear. Not one, not twice. So many areas, so many places where he say you know we ever hand over power to the APC. Then Chairman former Dr. Prince Ade, he say and say you know ever hand over power to the APC. So this is a clear indication to the APC. Um, they are on the verge for win, but the SNP no one for hand over power to the APC at all. So now they now push them plan A, and then plan A is that they for go for power sharing arrangement. And if that no work, then take over the power. Why they say this? And they lay this as a premise for let we all know say the way how the APC is so now, it is through a minority We all know the fire already between the two major ethnic groups in the country, vis-a-vis the Temnes and the Mendes. These two ethnic groups now fine people, very good people, but when it comes to politics, it's difficult for put them together. Politically, for put the Timni and the Mende together is difficult. But outside of politics, they are very good people. Yeah. So I want for let everybody know say for let the proverbial Mende man hand over power to the pure and applied Timni. Very difficult. And they were very difficult. So we waiting at the APC and we push this tribal card for Timniman because now they the majority. No, look at this. The SLPP in 2000 and sorry in 1996, they were not as popular as John Kaifa Smart. John Kaifa Smart, we been get the lamb, it been so popular. But because the international community want the SLPP in government, then support for Bakaba win. Why? Because they succeed for tell the SLPP for bring in somebody in a minority. Because at the time, the country been there in fragility, we in war. Okay, already there has been chaos. It almost lead to tribal war. It almost lead to ethnic war. If you been go give man the power at that time, or let get the support of the Northerners will be very difficult. So they say the best way, and this in a way it's a political philosophy, that if you want for whole a country together, go for the minority. When you take the minority tribe, automatically this minority tribe, because they know say they're not there in majority, then they hold the country together. Then they hold the country together. So this is not a political philosophy. So that is what they advised the SLPP. And the SLPP looked around and then say, let us give Pakaba a minority in a Madinga. And because of Pakaba, it been gets two qualities. One, are the fact that I be Northern. Two, are the fact that I be a Muslim. As of the time, the SL will not be able to get a Muslim leader, even though the Muslim are majority, now the majority in the country. And a minority. So all of this put together makes the Northerners then vote massively for Pakaba and Pakaba won. And when he win, we see how he able for using office for transform this country from that state of war will be there to state of peace. Clearly, this shows that it works when you give power to the minority. Fast forward, we are now coming to 2028. Clearly, we've seen how determined the SLPP is. They're so determined that they no one will come on power at all. Then they go and find all kind of idea, even though they turn for waiting at the bench, for waiting at the sub bench. They no one real communists of the All People's Congress. They no one for great at all. That is the reason why they say instead of the international community go blame them or accuse them, say they not go by the 10-10-year arrangements we don't succeed immediately after the war from 2002, the first election after the war, 2000 and after when SLP get in 10 years, and an scam under the APC instead do 10 years. Now they don't turn after they don't 10 years and for over back to the APC. They want to go against that arrangement. That is why they are bringing this idea of power sharing, because they're desperate for maintaining power at all costs. This show how desperate they are, and because they're so desperate, comments of the All People's Congress, the only way out, I'll tell you, the proverbial Mende man will never hand over power to the man. So we will get that thought process saying, forget him the man because now the majority, let me think again. Let me think again. That brings me down to the Dr. Marah leadership we want. Dr. Marah is one man that is the best among all of these candidates for so many reasons. So many reasons. One of the reasons is the fact that I'm a minority person. come from a minority tribe, the Krankos. But the Krankos are not just minority; they are a unique minority. They are a unique minority because the Krankos, when you get the Krankos at the helm of affairs, you will get the Madingas and then you will get the Konos. Why am I saying this? Is the fact that these three tribes, secret knowledge between them, the Southside Agbo, Nabo, most of the Juladen, the Madingo Juladen, in fact, the Juladen were in Nabo, they are Madingos and Krankos. They move as one. The Krakor chief now they pretend over the Madingo chief. The Madingo chief also they pretend over the Krankor chief because they are one people. I've said this before. The difference between the Krankor and the Madingo. Now, like when media salon at the talk, the African English, and then somebody from Britain will get the British accent, they speak the British English. There will definitely be a disparity in pronunciations. That is the difference. So you will say, the Krankor then, the English when they speak, you will take Alexei and the local, and then the Madingas, then they speak like like what the British, but it is the same English. That is the difference between the Madingas. So again, let me reiterate the point when I say the Krankors are a unique minority. So when you get the Krankors, you will get the Madingas, and then you will get the Konos. The Konos are also like that, except if you are stone deaf. But if you are a Krankor, you are a Madingo, there is no way a Konoman will talk, you know, a to talk. No way. There is no way. So the Krankos are unique for this reason, that when you have the Krankos, you are sure of getting the Konos and you are also sure of getting the Madingas. Three ethnic groups in one. That is how unique they are. So this uniqueness, na in the follow Dr. Kaifala MARAH. This uniqueness, na in the follow Dr. Kaifala MARAH. So when we say the way out of this is to have a minority candidate, that candidate is Dr. MARAH. I'll tell you, the SLPP will not hesitate to hand over power to Dr. MARAH, even though they know Dr. MARAH is a disciplinarian, which he say and which he stand by, the change for nobody. But again, will disadvantage anybody. Dr. MARAH is not like that. So he is calm. That demeanor of calmness makes him the ideal candidate to hold this country together. Backed by the fact that Dr. MARAH is what? A minority ethnic group. But we were there, they push, we will not get nothing for telling people, we will not get anything for offer. What will they push is just tribal, it's just tribal, it's just tribal. Hey, don't think again. It is better we have the power than we lose it. And I'll tell you, if you push this tribal card, I'll tell you, the chances for us to succeed will be very limited. On the basis of these signs and symptoms that the SLPP no one for go by that 10-year arrangement say they for hand over power to the APC. That is the reason why they are coming with this initiative, say, let me go for power sharing. So, are they build this case again that the way out is through the minority arrangement? When you have the minority, not any kind of minority, the leadership of Dr. MARAH, the kind of leadership we talk about is that Dr. MARAH carries a minority support base. With Dr. MARAH, you will have already three ethnic groups. Forget about the noise, forget about the fanfare where people they make. These are bad politicians. I'll tell you, Kwenaduga and Falaba, uncensored, with or without the support of the Lai MARAH and the SS MARAHs. You, if Noto, bad politician, they enter, they infiltrate. You get these people off. You put box in that place 100 times, Dr. Mara will continue to win 100 times. Because Dr. Mara in leadership, now leadership will not be hot. Dr. Mara in leadership, now leadership will not go against people. You will realize that in Kwenadugu, in Falaba, the non-crackers, when I talk about the non-crackers, even though yes, the crackers are the majority, the non-crackers, when we talk about the non-crackers, the Fullers, the Madingas, the Limbas, the Alungas, these are the crux of the Dr. Mara support base. We all know, say, clearly, they say many times we defend power. The strongest people will go against you, we don't pass that. We don't pass that. But we all know, say, the Mara brothers, i.e., the I Mara and brother SS Mara, these two guys, I don't know for now. Maybe now, because we recently were raising a peace. Okay? And even though I know Dr. Mara influenced these two people greatly, this is something I know. But I'm on air, I will not go to the detail. You understand? But Lai Mara, we all know, recently, we will come out with and say, not sharing the support. That is the uniqueness of how it is. It is leadership. Tomorrow, if you want to come, Mina Kamara, be president, maybe I not get access for even go inside. But him go inside. But he didn't support him brother. Okay? Recently again, a few days ago, somebody sent me an OBOA leak with and CSS Mara to support some other candidate. Okay? But these are people where nothing can happen normally. They say a prophet is not honored in his hometown. Always nothing happen. It happened to Dr. Anes like Corona. In key people and family people are really around them. No support. Now see always they happen. The one way, I mean, crucify Jesus Christ nine people. The one way drag Prophet Muhammad out of Mecca, 9 people. So it's not a surprise if the Maras decides to not support them God and will support an extra person. But I'll tell you, you cannot take Dr. Mara out of the popularity of Dr. Mara. You take the APC popularity, those ones where they don't censor, where they don't tell them, say, you are the Kamiki delegate. If you come up here, me, I will. Not to the one that they talk about. Then few one anyway, not reach 200. No, not to that. I'm not talking about those ones. I'm not talking about those ones. I'm talking about the ordinary man and woman from Kwenadugu and Faraba. You put box 100 times. I'll tell you, Dr. Mara will win over 95% 100 times. These two will never come close to Dr. Mara, even if they go against. So it boils down to you if you say now popularity within party matter. If that is what you are thinking, say now popularity within party matter, I'll tell you ready for us back 2028. Because within the party, somebody can look the like of Jagaban. It is shape money all over the place. And then you have delegate the whole power who talks to be hungry. In get this money where they get shape to people. They will definitely go after his wealth. If somebody say at the $100 for go vote for me, when you say $100 then something like a 2,300,000 or 2,400,000. For that, you go take consider careless vote. Then they go vote. You understand? But the danger is if you manipulate within the party, you're not going to manipulate the country. Because your money not do for the country. The delegates them from the APC not reach 2,000. You put all together, put diaspora, put home base, all them delegates they not reach 2,000. If you reach enough pass. You put them delegates here, we not reach 1% of the total population of the country in population we now 10 million. But who decide for the country? And then somebody get money, they go manipulate them 2,000 people and they vote in favor, the majority vote for and they win. Now come out and say that the popular candidates we know. It goes beyond that. Because you don't go make that Munku arrangement. The person wait for win, you don't win. When it can't face the country, Now the tell go say he's nothing. So that is the same thing I dey talk to Koinadugu and Falaba people, the delegates. No waste your vote. Those people where they go for go manipulate una, hmm, for let them make una delegate because now they get the power. And then we get then get what you call the benefit of that benefit of authority. Where then get then a chairman and then they make you delegate. Kavala delegates if you go to the knowledge 80. Falaba delegate and go to the knowledge 80. We put all together knowledge 160. If you reach numbers, those 160 people for who decide for the entire Koinadugu and Falaba district. So you don't think, are we making the right decision? Go sell your vote. Allow them manipulate you, you go sell your vote. Allow them do that to you. These are people where they don't want to go to now. What's in any benefit and then keen about? So if you go sell your vote, you from Koinadugu or Falaba, go sell your vote. So those 150 cannot define the popularity of any candidate. They cannot. 2023, that was not an election. It was a coronation. All the delegates that they make nothing arrangement, they all come and say, when they make them say the delegate, they tell them say, we make you delegate now, oh, make you say can make we. That was the arrangement. They make you yourself can make we. So if they don't make una self na social contract, una for make them then turn in turn. So anybody decide that election, I don't know, say you in a coconut aid. That was not an election for me. So but we cannot continue like this. We cannot continue in the trajectory of deceit. We cannot continue on the trajectory of this, dirty politics. We have to allow our people to do the right thing and think for the country. So we went at the party, they push tribal politics. We dey push for tribalism. We no dey support Dr. Marah because not to man or not to Limba man. Hey, think again. Just think again. You feel say the proverbial man they allow you for the they put power on you and you. Think again. They will never accept that, and that is why the symptoms, the signs and symptoms are there. They are now pushing forward for plan A and then plan B. The plan A now is to go for power sharing. If we are not succeed through that in parliament because they're going to fix that through referendum, then they come back for Canada for finally take the election. Now you not anything for them. The SRPP did similar. They know say it will be very difficult for them to put a many candidates and then the northerners and the southerners, the northwestern and the acceptor. They give Pakaba, whose ancestral home is from Cambia, pure and applied Madingoman, and also a Muslim. He did the job. They got the power. After them, not to bear account, other than not to minimum, they've got the power. But we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. And if we don't do that, it will be difficult for you. Trust me. Whoever thinks purely in the tribal politics will play. You get one candidate, in only way you go na tribal candidate, in a tribal politics in the play. I'm sorry for her. Because it clearly shows you don't get anything for offer. If you are solid, you have the support of the people, you know what they bring on the table. And you don't think of tribe. With or without, Dr. Marah never talk about tribe. His education and exposure, not they allow him for think tribe. But you, with all the education we think you get, you still a think tribe, you are not educated. If you know Munku, if not tribe business, no way they put forward. So let us go for the minority. That is a strategy that will work for us, and not to any kind of minority, a unique minority, the Kwankos. They have commanding lead over two other ethnic groups that can support them on the basis that we are brothers. And then with the support of other ethnic groups in the north, the likes of the Fulas, the likes of the Sosos, the Alunkas, the Temnes, the Limbas, we will win. We will win. But I did ordinarily, if you say they push for it, that political tribal business, it work. Trust me, the SNP not even accept them all. I just make a tell on this. Okay? So that I don't know. Now, the Dr. Marah leadership, Now leadership were embedded with integrity. When Dr. Marah served in strategic positions in this country, whether you agree or you don't agree, the results are out. The SLPP will happen for me a vicious enemy to Dr. Marah and anybody from the APC. Clear them off. So that in a testament, a clear testament say Dr. Marah is someone who served with integrity. True and true. If you put Dr. Marah, if you put some other people who run for president in their strategic positions, they are where Dr. Marah work. Therefore, don't do themselves. Therefore, don't do themselves. We got flag bearer aspirants, but and your name have been 10%. 10% as we call it. It says with the Ministry of Finance, 10%. Any trade can table na 10%. Why we do so? It is because some certain dirty arrangements some man go make because you know how they open him because he eats some money. That is it. Dr. Marah, this vicious enemy called SLP, they took over power and then they presided over a commission of inquiry aiming at all strategically placed politicians in the APC for find fault in them and destroy their political career completely. Dr. Marah was one of them. In fact, he had been the first because this was the man who was approached to serve as as running mate to mother. He declined. How many of you people know that? So if you want to question Dr. Marah's loyalty to the APC, ask yourself if they give the opportunity to go serve as vice president, if they decline, or will they accept him? Dr. Marah declined that. Why was he not supported by the government? Why was he not supported by the government to be the Commonwealth Secretary General? But in support China Bangura for going to UN, but not support Dr. Marah for going to Commonwealth Secretary General or Deputy Secretary General. Why? They did not support him because they know this man only dance to the tune. Not to let them let Dr. Marah, for let them look through, invite them, then watch everything about, and then they say, "Go, you are free." You see, even when the man did not do anything wrong, he did not do anything wrong. It is in the interest of this country that he served as Minister of Finance, will provide a bailout to these two strategic banks, the local commercial bank and that of the Shalom commercial bank. These banks are now doing better. We don't for long get them banks there, then for don't follow if you not over the Dr. Marah leadership. We don't for long get them bank there. Even when he did that, he not take this money alone himself, he not take this money put in a pocket. And many enemies were today in getting at the APC. Now because some man may want for bend in hand for let you but to work for let it start money. I say no, me not to the person where you can take me hand for put bang and fire. He is a man who is true to his conscience and true to his word. He stand for waiting correct. Now somebody full with integrity. So when we talk about the Dr. Kaifala MARAH leadership now, one we full with integrity. You show me a leader now where will boast of the kind of, integrity we Dr. Marah don't showcase over the years. They make you governor of the central bank. You know what I mean? The country money supply now you the control and many money they go out now you sign up. Difficult for a commander correct but nothing happen to you or you know it's not today. If you be Minister of Finance, Boku contractor, most of these guys that are around, the likes of the Pavi Fort, the likes of the Gento and others, they were all, queuing up Minister of Finance under Dr. Marah's tenure for contracts for this, for that. Ask them. None of them not even they think of Dr. Marah say like again. Because what Dr. Marah did when he be there at the helm of affairs, now for doing things right for God and country. So it's up to you. That is why you're not even getting time. You're not even getting time. The likes of the Pavi Fort, they will tell you that Dr. Marah, it will be the first, it not be helpful because normally not the bend. If you expect them for bend rules for you to get control, you need one. That is the kind of leadership we want. Somebody who is true to in conscience. How many of them are true to in conscience? Why would they go all over this place, take out tribe, and they went and raise money for people? And because we are not planning good for the country. All of una plan. Now for carry this country. Now that make una dey go and find investors and political entrepreneurs and for let them invest in una campaign stuff. You know all the things that they really happen. Man, they not been get motocar tell now they get motocar 2, 3, 4 pack. Man, they not been get house now they fame for plan for buy house. All because of this. I mean, they want for give themselves the kind of I mean aura or charisma wey they not be get. You know, we get host now, one get host. You know, we get 2, 3 motocar now, one get 2, 3 motocar for just say yes, you are there, and then I mean you are equal to the presidency. That is exactly what man they do. We know all them games today, man. We are all politicians, we know. So allow us to tell you what you are doing. So man must have been doing game like this. Then I can't will teach you now. So Dr. Mara leadership is one with quality. It's one with quality and one with full of integrity. Then go to an accord and say you don't go take money, you go loan them bank there. Why if you do that? That was the easiest case. Even me, we know to lawyer, I can go argue and I win. It was easy for a lawyer than for go and argue. At the end of the day, the judge said, look at say, brother, he said, we not get nothing against you. In fact, what do you think? They dismissed the case. All of these other guys, they all get case them all over the head. And then you have this nincompoop we call himself Adebayo. The kind of social media I said up to my was they are not going to get after advertised. The guy is full of hate. The one the way they feed them, the stupidity way they get nine said the truth. But tomorrow build house before they come. And not tell them in pay masters where we all know how they make the resources we then get. The houses they way how they get them. But tomorrow house where they out of inner sweat and labor. The house where build before ever come. The man will not make a name before ever the members for come back in salon. You know cast beg man. A can of this country work for this country 2 years due to salon government they pay am. And the Commonwealth they pay am. So how dem go hold you for property wey you no get for over 5, 6 years? You don't get this property, you don't do with that one day. And then you come now today, then can hold you for and say I get and it and the way resources wey you give me not even equal to wetin I get, which I may not get. How dem hold you for that day? It don't even make sense. It don't even make sense. But they do all of this, they know wetin they plan, not that they don't know. The fact is clear. But they do all of this because of politics. Politics for manipulate people, politics for harm people, politics for dirty people and image, make people appear bad. That is the kind of politics we then idiot in the parade. So, coming to the All People's Congress, we have to be very serious. Leadership not come by tribe or other study. It is about I've always said this that you no need for like the person of Dr. Marah. But one thing I assure you, because he upright, is straightforward, they get integrity, you will like him for that. Because now somebody where a focus on delivery. Everything what they do now deliver. So everything we have good policies in place. That is something we don't lack. We have natural resources abundantly. We don't lack that. We have intelligent labor. Yes, we have the labor. So it means we no need for go and import labor. We only need for capacitate the one that we need. Certain jobs, certain skill sets we're missing, we train with people and then get them skill set in there. But we have intelligent people. There is only one thing that we lack. That is leadership. We haven't got the right leadership. Trust me, we haven't got the right leadership. Take, for example, the current leadership of Dr. Julius Madabio, our president. If this leadership has been functional, if this leadership has been a leadership for all, we nobody get make us here and there. We nobody get a set of people from one end of the country they feel marginalized. Those in the northwest block, they are feeling marginalized. And even those in the extreme east, the Kisis, the Kunos, they are also being marginalized. Hmm? Power has been everything around governance, the appointment, the this, that, everything has been centered around part of this, the east and then the south. Bam. Is that a leadership that works for all? No. It is a leadership that even does not work for the entire SLPP. Because there are SLPP guys that are not mean. They are not from the southeast. But there are SLPP. How many of them get appointments? The appointment the way His Excellency don't make. They reach 1,000? No. How many people don't benefit? They don't reach 1,000. If you put all of them together, they don't reach 1,000. So what about the balance? 10 million or 8 million people waiting all over the place, we don't get jobs. It tells you the leadership of, Dr. Julius Malabio. It's not working. It's not a leadership that is working for all. It is just a leadership that is working for just few, a chosen few. That is not the kind of leadership we want. You want to go and cry with the bottom way, they criticize the SLPP, they criticize the SLPP, they say all bad stuff about the SLPP. And in within our own party, we are still pushing tribal cars, sentiment here and there, especially coming from people who are supposed to be serving as role models, as what? Mentors, as moral guarantors in the APC party, overfed politicians. They are still calling the shot. And then they lead safe now and the Rikishi business in the party. This is very clear. It is very, very clear. I've been an HR. If you do recruitment, now on the basis of experience, the best man win. If Namu give this job out of this lot of people, none of us say these 20-something people, someone even shortlist you. What if you apply for? Now feature yourself. For that watching on the face and the F1 and tell me say you want to be president, who look at you, there's nothing presidential about you. Now feature yourself. Now shortlist for me shortlist with the pull force. But the leadership is not working. Everybody they buy Kishi, nobody know one for stand, nobody know one for carry the blame and speak truth to power. What if it take you for look at somebody in your face and tell and say, Brian, no reject for this thing, pull up on this. If you're an MP, go there first. Support to that they can give, they will make you minister, will make you director some side. Go get some experience in governance, build yourself for before you come for president. Not just above me now. But look at them, they are just confusing the people all over the place. And the people are hungry. The people are not educated. So and they use all of this against the people and then they manipulate the people all over the place. What is the reason for you to go and recruit ventriloquists? Then they can cost money cost and the parallel money cost on the social media. You get so the diaspora house them all. These diaspora are supposed to serve in the interest of this country. They expect these are people who have been they have been exposed because the exposure is past education. You can get you BA degree, you masters. If you're not exposed, it is nothing. It won't serve you well. There are some people where they oversee now. When it comes to their education, they don't have this credential who get where someone free the pass with. But when it comes to the exposure they've got, that is a real-time education. Therefore, use that kind of education, that can benefit when not get from outside, can benefit the people. But look at them. You get most of the radical, the radical ventriloquists on social media with the cost on because they are all from the diaspora. What is that sending? And the other thing, if you are from the diaspora, you have so many ways to serve your country. Because you've gone there, you've seen opportunities, you have seen how they have changed problems to opportunities. That experience we don't get. You can come as alone and see the same problems and they use that model we don't see overseas and can't do one. Not only through politics. Now when they can't put to see law. All of politics, they can't be when crowded by diasporans. We have to serve this country more than for just going to parliament. How many people in parliament? 150 they reach? They're not rich. They're not rich. Or 150 or 160 inclusive of the parliament. They're not rich. So if you go now what will be a member of parliament? There are other ways you can serve your country. When you know diaspora, when you're in a diaspora, now for able for go, they go land, go see things the way can be implemented in a country. We go improve the country. When I go, when I'm in the Liberia, at the Oak Liberia, there was a recycling center where they transform all waste into something meaningful. Hmm? That was a perfect arrangement. When I cancel alone, I want for try I don't get the opportunity. Currently, my PhD research now on that. Because when you go out, what you see never can implement to people there. Never can implement to people there. But what are we doing? All over on social media and mommy calls. Lioness of the month. And so they go call themselves, then they go call themselves so and so. And they go call themselves say in this. You can on social media, you go so you do bad one mommy calls, you blackmail people, you rubbish people their image, then give you $100 or $200, you go sit down and think you are serving the country. Even those very educated and the diaspora. Look how they flip flop. Look at the caliber of people that we then at this electoral justice campaign, where they from overseas. Educated people, highly educated people. Trash box and this other guy, Ibrahim, and this other guy who all meaning out before and what's my name? What he say? Highly educated people. These are people who been there, who look at say, now they for come pull dirty na people that are in this country. Even they confuse the people anymore. Because even I follow an interview with Cashbox interview with Mr. Prince. Even for defend what he stand for, he can't. But you find it very easy to just blame people, to rubbish people, to just talk all kind of nonsense about people. Even what you stand for, yeah, electoral justice for defender, you cannot. You cannot defend it. What you stand for, you cannot. But you find it very easy for just for molest people and for talk rubbish about people and for criticize people. That is not how it's supposed to be. If God don't give you education, don't put you in a limelight, he don't expose you. Now for come back to the country and serve meaningful. Don't come manipulate the people. You they expect you to when you don't go get education and can help them, guide them, put them to the right path. So you can't confuse anymore. How is it possible that Dr. Marabio, waiting into the third year now in government, will just hand over power to Dr. Sambura Kamara without election in 2028 and hand over just power like that without election? How is it possible? But the manipulators in now they call them people and say, Dr. Sambura they can't get power, then they can't swear in, then they this, then they that. Because you know they use the education for serve the people. The same thing when they talk. If you then are the APC and then you sit down, you say you get your education, and then you watch at tribal, you look at tribal for video on the tribal lens, then your education not serve for. In fact, you know educated. Because the people the way they find them, for me, as long as you get a bachelor's degree, you are highly educated because you are highly fortunate. More than thousands of your compatriots the way they out there. If darken the wall of university, why go be the difference when we in a class? We're not in a class on the basis of whether children and whether not Krakow, whether I'm in there. We are all one. At least one good thing with education, they teach you now the ability for coexist. Most of the connections we are get today in my life. Now connections we are get from people women in the same class. I've got jobs where now people and women in the same class and they connect me. Just apply. I'm here. I will do the needful. And these are people who know the tribesmen. Because it tells you that bonding, who they get to in a class. That are the good thing that one day. We they coexist together. You come up Bont, you come up Kabbalah, you come up Falaba, this one come up Bo, this one come up Kenemo, this come Moyamba, this come up Western area, this not Creole. We all then put we all inside one class. And then we see ourselves as what? Students, then we struggle together, we transit through and through. That brotherhood, that bonding, is far better than that bonding really between you blood brothers. That are the better than that are the one good thing where classroom education they do. But we gotta use that education rightly. You don't come out of all of that. How many of you get so many good friends in the SFP? We have. Because politics not will divide you. These are people that when I mean but we go and municipals, go secondary school, go college, expose, excel through life. That bonding they don't dey. You think say na politics we can divide and just like that? No. So it tells you when God don't give you opportunity for see for darken the wall of academia, use them correctly, guide you people. Forget for this tribal thing. Let us do the right thing for God and country. The right candidate is Dr. Kaifala MARAH. All of us know that. All of us know that. Why can't we do the right thing for God and country? It is just easy. You and Eskoroma, you Alhaji Minkailu Mansare, Alhaji Payansane, you Honorable, Secretary General, all of these people, you are respectable people who have served this country. You have the right now to lead this country to the right path. Don't be don't be moved by tribal sentiment. Do the right thing. Man, Kwenadugu and Falaba is part of this country. Congo is part of this country. How you go want to make the power now, like I say, if Dr. Maraah be president, now kill the way and kill all the Timmy man, or the way and kill all the labor man, or you go and kill all the Susude. Why for look at power like that? Why? You know, supposed to be we are all in mosque, we all go to the same mosque, we dey pray, we all go to the same church, we dey pray. Why we for say when it comes to politics, not tribalism? Why? Ladies and gentlemen, the program is coming to an end. The catchword for today is the fact that the SFPP not ready for handover power to APC. That is why they don't start this power sharing arrangement because the 10-year arrangements don't catch up with them. They no say them for handover power to the APC. But they now handover, so now they are now pushing forward for we get power sharing. The APC is not ready for that. Because who don't see that we don't crop the bench for 10 years, no one wants to don't crop the bench for 10 years. That is a symptom, it's a sign that these people no want for handover power. The only way how we be able for attract this power is when we give opportunity to the minority. And when the minority lead, there will be less chaos in the country. If you don't give the majority, when it comes to sharing the cake, say they don't give in family and in tribesmen, nothing will left for others. Now the logic is a political philosophers then say, if you want for hold a country together, not go for the majority tribe, give to the minority. They will have authority to put the country together. Look at what is happening in Guinea. I mean, the number of the Fullers are way more than the Madingas. But what happened is the fact that you cannot be in majority now, but who pass all the tribes there. Now I get the education pass all the tribes there. Now I get money pass all the other tribes and they will give you power again. How will the other people feel in the same country? That many answer out. That is why they need to give Flaman power. They do everything in their power for frustrate Flaman for their power. Nah, Guinea. Because when you do that, you don't make sure say you don't just sacrifice the rest of mankind. The Fullers and the land pass all, and then get money pass all, and then go pass all. Eh? Come on, what's in left for the other people? The only two left in that power, so now necessarily own. That is the same thing. We can do the same here. This country needs to move on, and we have to move beyond tribal sentiment. This is part of what we mean when we say the Dr. Kaifala MARAH leadership. A leadership that is full of integrity, passion for people, passion for development. Thank you, comrades of the All People's Congress. This now our brother Ibrahim Super Kamara. I'll come again next week and then we continue the discussion on who to lead the APC. And that person is no less a person with Dr. Kaifala MARAH. Thank you. I see you all next week. Bye bye.
For the sake of the picking, let me make salon. What do you not do for my salon? When they say water, you say from the back. And you saw you name, give peace a chance. Every day salon, anything you do, give peace a chance. Anytime you go, give peace a chance. Let me make salon. Salon man, how you dey do? Salon woman, do ya push out? This na the time for them we country. Government property, not around you, not out in the street, not in the office. Waiting up for we, not around you, let me make salon, let me put our trust. Live at peace inside salon. When them say water, you say from from your back. And inside your name, give peace a chance. Every day salon, anything you do, give peace a chance. Every day salon, and inside you go, give peace a chance. Every day salon. Surround your nest announcing to me. Surround your nest now listen why